Hey, it's Nazir here. As you already know, I'm the CEO of Web Nazir Lead Generation Agency. This is one of the best videos you will watch on my channel, right? I really mean it. This is one of the best videos that you will watch on my channel, alright? So I would like to introduce something really amazing to you. So the referral method I would like to introduce to you is what I call the past client reactivation, alright? A lot of reps are leaving a huge opportunity behind because they keep chasing new opportunities, always banging on new doors, cold calling new leads, going for networking events, and hoping and praying they get new leads from there. All right, so if you implement the past client reactivation protocol, then you will never have to worry about where your next deal is going to come from. All right, so I've shared this protocol with a lot of reps, and they are smashing it right now. All right, so the crazy thing about this is that I shared this protocol with some of these new solar reps that I'm working with, and they literally just cut me off. All right, like they cut me off and they focus 100% on using this strategy. All right, so but some of the reps that I work with, like they are using this strategy, and they are using my lead generation service and also using this protocol as well. I mean, the protocol that I'm about to share with you, and they are really crushing it. All right, so I'm sure they are out there right now busy with closing deals and booking appointments for themselves. All right, so this strategy is really like, if you follow this protocol correctly, then you will start, you will be in a new position. So let's talk about the past client reactivation protocol. All right, so past client reactivation means contacting each person that you have sold to. All right, so the definition is just that simple, and the rules as well are just like, they are really simple. So doing this is not like, something is not an option for you. Okay, if you really want to start closing more deals, it's something you have to start doing daily. All right, like daily, back to back. All right, so let's go to the four simple rules of past client reactivation. All right, so rule number one: create a list of past clients. All right, create a list of past clients. So all you have to do here is to write down the names and the phone numbers of your past clients. Like, just write them down, all of them. All right, you can write it down on a sheet of paper or in a spreadsheet, like wherever you feel comfortable writing it down. All right, so just make sure you write it down. And then rule number two, all right, do not spend your time qualifying the list. This is where a lot of people make mistake. All right, they say things like, you know what, I did not meet up with the deadline of this client, so I'm not gonna call him. That's not an excuse. All right, do not qualify any lead before you call. Okay, like this is something I see a lot of people mess up with. They try to qualify lead, they're like, oh, I'm not gonna call this person. That's something you don't want to do. All right, make sure you write everyone's name down. All right, and make sure you don't qualify any list. Okay, so then rule number three: just call them up. All right, no matter how busy you are, I would suggest, all right, like I would suggest you do not delegate the calls, because nothing will be more effective than making those calls yourself. All right, so make the calls yourself. Do not delegate the calls, because making it yourself will be more effective. All right, so if someone has bought from you once, then he or she deserves to be contacted, because they will for sure know someone who wants to go solo as well. All right, so you might be just one contact away from the contact you need in order to make a sale. All right, so the call itself is not like something you really need to stress about. All right, like it's not a science, so do not agonize whether you are saying the right thing or not. Just make sure you make the calls. All right, so the calls are what, like, making the call is way more important, because you know that action counts more than anything else. All right, action counts more than anything else. So don't spend your time worrying about whether this client will be upset with you because you haven't spoken with him or her in a while. Just make the calls, build that relationship back again, and you will be in a good position. All right, like, guarantee. So let's recap the rules again. Rule number one: create a list of past clients. All right, rule number two: do not spend your time qualifying the list. And rule number three: call them up. All right, you can see how really simple these rules are, but a lot of people follow these rules. Like, if you look at it, people follow these rules, but where they mess up is, they kind of like, they don't like implementing rule number two, which is something like, that's really important. All right, do not spend your time qualifying the list. All right, like just write everyone's name down and just start jamming the telephone, start calling them up. All right, don't spend your time qualifying the leads, because if you start doing that, then you will have thousands of reasons not to call someone. Okay, so do not qualify anyone before you call them up. So if you follow these simple rules, then I guarantee you that you will start getting more referrals than anyone you know about. All right, so I hope you got some value out of this. Make sure, like, I'm still talking about this, alright? Like, please and please, like, I'm really begging you for this. If you really want to be successful with these 3 rules that I just gave you, then make sure you really need to keep reminding yourself about rule number 2. Do not spend your time qualifying the list, okay? Because by the time you start doing this, then there's a big chance that you will, you will unqualify a lot of people from the list, which really, like, it's not gonna make sense, right? So make sure you do not qualify anyone before you call. So I hope this helps. And if you implement this strategy, if it's working out for you, just let me know, so I can know how many people this strategy is helping. All right, so just make sure you implement it. Tell me how it goes. If you need anything like concerning this, then you can ask me any questions. All right, I'm really open. So like I said, if you follow these rules, then I guarantee you, like 100%, I guarantee you that you will start getting more referrals than anyone you know about. All right, so that's all I have to share with you. And make sure to join our Facebook group, our free Facebook group. And if you have any questions, like I said, message me directly on Facebook or Instagram. And all the links are down below. Okay, so you can check down below. You see all the links to my DM, the Facebook group, and all of that. All right, so peace out. And one more thing, rule number 2: do not spend your time qualifying the list. All right, so yeah, that's all I have to share with you guys. I hope this helps.